What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Swamp Report.
What's up, y'all? It's Baby E.
We got Baby E in the house.
I'm here with my boy Chris. I'm on a yacht right now.
He's
We
on
got
a
a studio on the yacht.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's sick.
Well, if they got any questions for you or anything like that, I'm gonna read them to you in the comments. But
Okay.
I know since you're out on the water and everything, we got to get through this, and I'm glad our schedules, matched up to where we could do it. It's great to hear your voice.
Same, Bubba. Always.
Yep. So
Always
welcome to
good
the
to hear.
Swamp. I'm sorry.
Always good to hear your voice too.
Yeah, I know it's been a little bit since we talked, but we'll get right into it. So welcome to the Swamp Report. I'm your host, Christopher Hobzilla, and today we've got a special guest. You probably know him from his hit song Finessin', and he just dropped his newest release, Drunk Dials, on Spotify and more. He's originally from Florida, and now he's doing his thing out in California. Let's welcome Baby E to the show.
What's up, man?
What's up? So it's good to hear your voice, like I was saying. So
Yeah.
I'm glad to have you on. I know we've talked about it for a few days, and really glad to have you here, man.
Yeah, I'm stoked to be a part of it. Thanks for having me, brother.
Thank you. All right. So, everyone, let's welcome Baby E to the show. But I've got to start with this, Baby E. Since you're originally from Florida and now out in California, between Florida and Florida State, who do you think is going to have the better football season in 2026?
Well, both programs, they're like in interesting phases right now. Florida plays SEC, which is brutal week in, week out, stiff competition. So their ceiling always kind of depends on how quickly they develop their depth and consistency. Um, Florida State, they've shown they can build momentum quickly as long as their recruiting clicks. If I had to pick, and be honest, I'd lean slightly towards Florida having a steadier season in 26, just mainly because competing in the SEC sharpens you fast. But I do think they'll both be competitive and have good seasons, though.
Right. Well, it sounds like you've done your homework. I know you like to watch college football and things like that. You've, lived in Virginia. You've lived, here in Florida. You're now out in California, so you've had a lot of different teams in your area.
Yeah. Um, I'm a Florida guy, so um, people can make fun of me for this if they want, but I honestly root for both FSU and Florida. I know it's a very like polarizing statement, but I just want Florida to do well mostly. Either team.
Yeah. I've heard that, from a lot of people, that'll be like, hey, as long as they're not playing each other, I want the other team to win and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If they play each other, I'm going Knowles, but
Hey, I remember the lyrics. You had it, in your lyrics about the Seminoles, so I remember that part. Um,
yeah.
so, since, I'm a Gator man, I want to know how many wins do you think, in a 12 game, season, do you think Florida can, have?
Man, they're playing in the SEC, and that schedule is just so brutal and competitive and unforgiving. Um, but they're such a strong team. Um, they have a chance to go 12-0, but if I have to make a really realistic answer, I project somewhere between 8 and 9 wins. As long as they stay healthy and get consistent quarterback play. I mean, 10 would mean they've taken a real step forward and had a really great season. But yeah, if I had to, look at my magic ball,
Yeah.
fortune telling ball, I'd say at least 8, if not 9 or 10, probably.
Wow. That's awesome, man. I mean, I know the Gator fans that are listening right now, that's something they definitely love hearing, because I've kind of been a little not I'm not going to say totally pessimistic, but it's a new staff. They did some things that I wasn't a huge fan of yet.
Yeah.
But so, for me, I've got us, winning like 7 games, but it's really honestly too early, to tell. The rosters haven't even completely been put together or anything like that. Hey, I did want to let you know I have a comment in the comment section from a, a, a friend named Misty, and she says she still wants to meet you, baby, and she wants you to sing "Finessing" for her and go Gators.
Okay, well, we can make that happen.
I
I
know.
come visit Florida often. Um, but yeah, I'm down. You
Okay,
know,
cool.
yeah. Shout out to Misty. Thanks for rocking with me, Misty. I appreciate you.
Misty,
But
appreciate you.
yeah, I agree with you. I think Gators are going to get at least 8 wins. Um, well, especially as long as they stay healthy and consistent and get the quarterback situation locked in. And even maybe even more, depending on how the team meshes together and all that stuff. You
Yeah,
know, but
yeah,
yeah, shout out to Misty and go Gators to Misty, and yeah, if I ever meet her, I'll give her personal lessons.
that's awesome. She's totally for that, man. She's a big fan of Post Malone and different people like that. So for her to be a fan of you too, that says a lot. So we've talked football. We may talk more, but you're a friend of mine, and I want to help promote your music as much as possible. Um, I totally believe in you, and I think you're an amazing artist. 20,
Thank you.
27 is one of my favorite songs by you. So
Thank you, bro.
yeah, and
Yeah, we came up together. You're the one who really got me into 3 6 Mafia when I was younger. You're always like a big brother. We played in our bands, Amaro and stuff growing up.
yes,
Actually, had a girl who sent me a picture the other day. She had an Amaro shirt on. She like still has it to this day.
no way.
And I was like, holy shit, that's a blast from the past.
That is a blast from the past. You designed those shirts, if I remember correctly. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so a lot of people know you from your hit song "Finessing," but your newest release, "Drunk Dials," it's getting attention. So, tell us what the song is about and what inspired it.
Oh man, I was going through a bad breakup, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this when you're first breaking up with someone, and my ex would get drunk and call me crying, and saying she wants to work things out, and I, we had the same group of friends, so I'd see her out at bars and parties, and she'd do this whole, try to make me jealous thing and hang on other guys and stuff. And then the second she left the bar and she's alone at her house or apartment or whatever, I'm the one she's calling and crying and saying, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't get drunk and call her a couple times myself too. I mean, breakups are hard. Moving on is hard.
Yeah, man. Sorry to hear that.
But Yeah, it's just part of life, and but it's also important to know like when it's time to let go and move on, and liquor can definitely make you have lapses in judgment and forget the bad times, and then you sober up in the morning and you're like, what the hell? Like, why did I call her and say that shit? Or why did I answer her calls? And the song is about basically having the strength to like cut ties and not answer them drunk dials and just be adults and move on and do it hopefully in the healthiest way possible because you're delaying the inevitable by you know answering them calls and making them and then y'all both sober up and remember exactly why the hell you broke up in the first damn place. So,
Right. Yeah,
yeah.
I think everybody, here would probably be lying if they've never said they've, did a drunk dial.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, of course.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Or
definitely
answered one. You either made one or answered one, maybe. So, or at
right.
least got one they've been after, maybe. If they're a little more strong willed than some.
Right. Jeez. Let me see here. I'm trying to view and see if there is more comments. I'm just trying to see if I can see them. It's not letting me. Hold on one second. Because I want to make sure if there's anybody that's got anything they want to say, to you, they get a chance to say it. Um, so we talked about, drunk dials. I personally think you did a great job with that song. I love because you produce a lot of stuff, which is super cool. You're not just an awesome voice. You produce the music too. Not all of it, I know, but you do a lot of it. And
Yeah.
I really like the jungle type beat you brought in there at the beginning of it, and I know you've worked
Yeah.
with.
That was my buddy. He's a really good producer named Greg Dubs. And yeah, he was just going through drum loops. And that one happened to pop in there. And we both looked at each other and yeah, that fucks. Like, let's keep that in. Like, I haven't heard drum and bass or jungle and country yet.
Yeah,
I'm sure it exists, maybe in remixes or whatever. But I just thought it was a cool addition to the genre, and I know it's not fully country. It's got some rap elements too, but yeah, I thought it was a cool little, just something to add in there to give it a little extra,
yeah,
you know, something to set it apart.
yeah. It's definitely a cool vibe. I really like the song, and I know that these things take a little bit of time for them to get rolling where everybody can see them and everything. But
Yeah.
it's definitely a like I said a good song. So um,
Yeah.
yeah, anytime. Um, you've worked with some big artists over the years. Juicy J, Lil Wayne, uh,
Mhm.
some really big names, Kevin Gates. Tell us about some of the artists you've collaborated with and who your favorite was to share the stage with.
Okay. I've been a professional artist and songwriter and producer in the game for about 15 years at this point, man, and I've been so blessed and lucky to work with so many just amazing, uh, talented, legendary artists. I mean, you mentioned Miley Cyrus, Britney Spears, Kim Petras, will.i.am, Zara Larson, J Lo, Lil Wayne, Kevin Gates, Juicy J. I mean, the list goes on and on. But starting with my favorite artists I've shared the stage with, definitely the first one would be Lil Wayne, just because he's my personal goat, man.
Yeah, man, it's Lil Wayne.
Being signed to him and touring with him was just so surreal and such a dream come true every night when he'd bring me out on stage to perform together. Those are some of my fondest memories to this day. If I had to go with like a second pick that's a little less obvious, I would say I did a show with Young Thug, and
What?
Young Thug was, surprisingly knew who I was, and he was super cool. And invited me in the dressing room to like take pictures and chop it up for a second. And he just acknowledged me and said he saw what I was doing, and basically gave me the, I wouldn't say cosign, but the hey, I see you and I fuck with you, and keep doing your thing.
Right.
So between, you know, Lil Wayne and Young Thug, those are probably my two favorite artists I've gotten a chance to share the stage with and connect with, and, chop it up with and stuff.
Yeah. And so is Young Thug behaving himself? Has he not? I mean, is he doing pretty good with the probation stuff? I haven't been keeping up with that really. I've just been curious about it.
Uh, from what I see, I think if he were to violate parole, he'd be back in prison at this point. And after what he went through, and after beating that RICO charge, I'd be really let down and surprised if he were to mess it up on some dumb stuff and go back to prison over drugs or guns or whatever. I don't know. I don't know him that personally, but I just get the vibe that he really, understood the gravity and how lucky and blessed he was to beat that case. And
Yeah.
I think I get the vibe he just wants peace. And as someone who's been to jail myself, I mean, dude, once you get out of that motherfucker, the last place you want to go is back there. And I think I could be wrong. I don't know exactly what his probation was. I want to say it's something crazy like 10 or 13 years of parole.
Yeah.
So if he fucks up, man,
Right.
he's going back for a long fucking time. So
Hey, E, I gotta remind you, we cannot cuss on Facebook, but
oh,
it's all good.
oh,
No,
sorry, bro.
I mean,
Sorry, bro.
rock star lifestyle, bro. It's all good. Hopefully they won't ding me for it, but I just wanted to remind you of that while we're dropping them. So, um,
Okay.
you're good, bro. I'm not. So, as far as you know, if you could bring back any rapper in history and work with them, who would it be
Mhm.
and why?
Man, that's a hard question. Um, is like my mind kind of immediately goes to maybe like a Little Peep or a Juice World,
Oh man,
'cause,
I gotta
uh,
interrupt you there. I swear to God, when I wrote the question, I was like, I wonder if he's gonna say Little Peep because I'm a Little Peep fan, and I remember you were gonna have that song with Little Peep. So go ahead.
yeah, I have two songs out with Little Peep, and right before he passed, him and I were talking a lot, and we were supposed to meet up, and he went on that tour, and when he came back off that tour, we were supposed to lock in. And unfortunately, he passed away.
That would
But
that would blew up.
that would have been amazing.
Yeah.
But that's like more on a modern tip. But to be honest, I grew up on Biggie Smalls, man. And if I had to really think about it and make a choice, I think I'd go with Biggie just because I think it'd be really cool to see what he would do with sort of with like modern music, the way we use melody with rap and stuff these days. I've worked with a lot of producers who worked with him right before he passed, and they said the last album he was working on before he passed away was actually an R&B album.
Wow.
So, I would just love to hear what he would do on a melodic level. But even if I got a straight up Biggie verse, just rap from him, I'd be happy. You know, he's never missed once to me. So,
Yeah.
uh, but yeah, on a modern tip, I'd say, you know, a little Peeper Juice World, but if it really came down to like genie in a bottle, I get to really pick. I think I'd go with Biggie, man.
That's awesome. Yeah, that was unexpected. I like Biggie. He's not like my favorite rapper or anything like that, but it was cool to hear that you had your reasons why you would like to share the stage with him. Or I mean, he was definitely notorious, and he was one of a kind, and it's another rest in peace situation to another rapper, and I hate that. So
Yeah, yeah,
so
for sure.
my next question for you, E, is do you have any new albums? We know you got a single, but do you have any more singles or upcoming projects that fans should be looking forward to?
Yeah, I have a ton of stuff in the works. I have a vault like just full of music to drop, and I decided in 2026 I'm just gonna let the floodgates open and start dropping singles, you know, left and right. I'm also continuing to record and make new stuff constantly. Um, so yeah, lots of singles and EPs and stuff throughout the year. But one thing I'm really excited about is my first project that did really well for me was called Kill the Noise, and I really want to do a Kill the Noise too. I want to feel good. I want to feel like it matches the caliber of music that was on Kill the Noise one.
Yeah,
So
I really like Kill the Noise. That was a great job you did with that. Everything you've put out, in my opinion, has been really, really good. And I think everyone that has Spotify, are you on Pandora?
probably. I mean, when I distribute it, I check every box there is.
Okay.
So
Well, yeah. In that case, I'm just saying, if people have Spotify, Pandora, iTunes, all this stuff, they need to check you out. It's Baby E. You can check it out right online. It's really good music, and it's different than everything you hear on most rap music, and it's not all rap. It's just mixed genres. It's great music though. The man has an excellent voice. I just want to let you know that Misty commented again, and she wanted to let you know that she said you're the trapper of the year, and thanks for the shout out to this Florida girl.
hey, hey, shout out to Misty.
Shout out to Misty. All right. So moving right along here. Um, Now I've got to ask you this as a Florida guy.
Mhm.
The Florida versus Georgia game. It's the biggest game of the year for the Florida Gator fans every year, especially me. In
Okay.
2026, you don't got to say we'll win, but what do you think the final score will be?
Um. Okay.
Rub your
That
ball.
game. That game. I think it usually comes down to discipline and momentum going into it for either team, and a lot of surprises and turnovers and interceptions happens. Georgia has honestly been the more consistent program
Oh yeah, for sure.
over the past couple of years, but at the end of the day, rivalry games, teams go into that one with a different mindset. It doesn't matter. So with a rivalry that big, there's basically no telling what could happen. It's going to bring out a lot of heart on both sides. I think it'll be tight. Um, I think something like 27-24.
Wow, I
It
love
could go
that.
it, it could go either way. Um, if Florida is able to protect the football and not give up turnovers and interceptions, I think they got a real shot. I think they could win it 27-24.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
I love it.
but it's gonna be close either way. I think it'll be about 27-24 by the end of it.
That's a perfect, thing, and I'm going to keep receipts on it. So I believe that it's going to happen now. You pumped me up for it. I think it's going to happen. The Gators are going to finally defeat Georgia. They definitely
And
have.
hey, 27 is my lucky number too. So,
All right, cool.
uh,
And like I said, that's my favorite song by you. So, um,
there
yeah,
we go.
yeah, it's lining up there. So 27-24, Florida beats Georgia. You heard it here on the Swampers Report. You got Baby E 27-24, Florida beats Georgia in 2026, and that's been long overdue, and Gator fans know that. So I know you're
Yeah,
out enjoying yourself. I'm not even gonna
yeah.
act.
I'm on a yacht right now. In the studio. There's a studio on a yacht that I'm working in.
That is dope. I love it. But
Yeah.
you're a good man. You're a good person. You deserve that life you've earned. So I couldn't be
Same to
happier
you.
for you, man.
Same to you, brother.
Yeah, and maybe I'll come visit soon, or hey, we can do our normal little Christmas thing. But
Yeah.
before we wrap up, tell everyone where they can find you online, including your social media, streaming platforms, and anywhere fans can follow and support your music.
Okay. I guess the easiest, simplest way to find me is if you Google Baby E. You're gonna find all my stuff. My Instagram, my Twitter, my Spotify, my YouTube. If you put in Baby E on YouTube, same thing. My videos and my channel will come up. You put in Baby E on Spotify or any streaming platform, my music comes up. On Instagram, same with Facebook. If you just type in Baby E, luckily I got the top spot on Google for Baby E after all these years. So I'm not hard to find. Just Baby E, and just want to let everybody know listening that yeah, they could follow me and subscribe and like and comment and share my posts and anything like that. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, and that's what keeps me going and keeps my whole thing alive. And so yeah, it's as simple as you know typing in Baby E and supporting any way you care to support, and I appreciate it.
Well,
Whatever you want to do. So
yeah, and we totally appreciate you for, coming on here and chatting with us about Gator Nation, and you got the Florida victory over Georgia for us, so we're happy about that. Also, Jihad, there's a guy in here named Jihad. He just wanted to he wanted a shout out, so just letting you know.
what's up, Jihad? Shout out from Baby E, my dude.
You know,
Hope life is good. Hope life is blessed. And yeah, man.
that, that,
Shout out to Jihad.
did I lose you?
No, I'm here.
Okay, just making sure. And finally, I just want to tell you, Baby E, that I appreciate you. I love you, man. Thank you for coming on the Swamp Report. It was great
Love you
having you.
too.
I love you, bro. And it was great having you. And before you go, even if it's just for me, because I know you said you're more of a Seminole, but can I get a Go Gators?
Well, of course, brother. What's up? This is Baby E, and I'm on the Swamp Report. And go Gators, baby. Let's go get them.
Go Gators. All right, that's it. You have it right there. Make sure you check out Drunk Dials, Finessing 27. There's Champagne. There's several songs that, Baby E has done. And, more power to Baby E in 2026. Let's get his numbers up and let's run it up for him because the man puts out the most positive music in the hip hop industry. So um, I'm gonna let you go. I got to read off some of my sponsors and things like that, Baby E. But I do love you and hope to hear from you soon, man.
All right. I love you too, Bubba. Thanks for having me on.
Anytime, bro. Thanks for joining.
All right, Bubba.
All right, bye.
Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. So that was Baby E, as you heard the name plenty of times during that. I want you guys to get on Spotify, check out the music, like it, do what you got to do. I mean, if you don't like it, that's on you. I mean, that's your opinion and everything like that. But I do want to go into some of the sponsors for the show and get that in here. Basically, Kyle Morris is an owner of Northwest Florida Pole Barns. You can reach him at 850-326-4626. He's in Panama City and all the surrounding areas. He does great work. You won't hear anything bad about him. We got Timothy O'Connor, owner of Mobile Strength Company. His phone number is 850-866-5158. He actually trains my son. He gives me advice. He is mobile and will come to you within reason, of course. He offers a great deal, just $49 a session. Your first session is free. So, I mean, don't wimp out, don't chicken out. I'm like almost 25 days into, trying to do a body recomp on myself, and the man's a wealth of knowledge, and you definitely want to have him around. Other than that, I want to say a special thank you to Brandon Strickland over at Rec Amended Collision. I think that's a great name for a collision business. It's Rec Amended Collision. So it's really cool. His name is Brandon Strickland. Some of you know him as Tennessee Brandon. He goes on 104.3 FM with Paul Wilson and Jeff, my friends, and we make we all have a good little community here. So it's on Jinx Avenue in Panama City, and you can reach them at 850-763-2471. So wrapping it up with the Swamp Report. This was a great show. I appreciate everyone that took the time to comment. And if you missed your chance to ask Baby anything, just run it by me and I'll get it to you. But I just want to tell you guys, you know what I always say at the end. As always, go Gators. Love you guys.